What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Tristan Reacts. I got something new here. I don't know if you guys are up to date about the Iran, the U.S. Israel attacking Iran and everything that's been going on the last 48 hours, 24 hours, whatever it was. But this came out right now. It's Trump says new Iranian leadership is ready to talk. Let's just see what this is all about, and I'll give you my 2 cents into that.
This hour with Fox News alert on Americans in the battlefield. U.S. Central Command confirms that 3 American service members have died in action, and 5 others are seriously wounded as part of Operation Epic Fury. We do not know where those casualties occurred. However, we do know.
Wait a minute. Didn't they just say yesterday that there was no one from the U.S. that was casualty? I don't know.
That U.S. bases in Iraq have come under attack by Islamic militia now. Those militia that are aligned with Iran. Those are the ones that they fund and purpose at their will, that regime. The president launched the major offensive against Iran's terrorist regime early yesterday morning. Israel today continues to go after strategic sites deep inside Iran, dubbing its military offensive Operation Roaring Lion. This is a special Sunday edition of the Faulkner Focus. I'm Harris Faulkner. Those are U.S. missiles launched in the opening phase of the operation. Israeli officials confirm strikes have killed more than 40 senior Iranian commanders since the operations began, which includes the top revolution.
Why is she pausing? 40 U.S. or 40 commanders since the operation. Come on. What is this, AI?
Revolutionary Guard leadership and Iran's defense minister. A huge development now, coming together in just the last bit. Iranian state media confirming Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei was killed. Now
Yeah, but do we actually really know that? I mean, our government's saying that. Who knows? I don't know what's going on here.
Knew that yesterday. Fox confirmed. The president talked about it. And now wide media. And Fox can also confirm that the CIA provided Israel with the intelligence to conduct that strike on Khomeini's compound. President Trump is calling it justice for the people of Iran. And speaking to one outlet this morning, the president said the nation's potential new leadership, quote, want to talk. And I have agreed to talk, so I will be talking to them. They should have done it sooner. They should have given what was very practical and easy to do sooner. They waited too long. End of quote from President Trump. Iran.
Okay. But what do we know about this? Like, I'm not a geopolitic person and everything like that. Like, what do we know about this? They should have talked about it sooner. Why is everything getting sloppy around the world here? Like, you know what I mean? First, we're talking about Russia. Then we're talking about Ukraine. Then we're talking about the cartels. Then we're talking about Jeffrey Epstein files. Now this. Like, what's going on here?
Exiled crown prince.
I know I'm probably talking shit. You guys are going to sit there and fucking badmouth me in the comments. Feel free. But it is what it is.
Shared his thoughts on the future of his country.
There's no question that this is the game changer we've been waiting for all this time. This is like full decapitation of the regime, and ultimately what will expedite its total collapse. The Iranian people has suffered too much to settle for anything less than that.
Well, while Iran's leadership is calling for revenge, citizens are in the streets, really all over the world, wherever they live, including the United States. You're taking a look now. This is Berlin, Germany.
I mean, that's good. They deserve to have their freedom and everything. But like I said, I don't really know what the motives are. I don't know what's going on. Like, this is as you guys know, this stuff just happened, you know?
Streets are cheering the killings of the top regime officials who have been oppressors of the people for decades. The regime projecting strength while citizens have toiled under miserable economic conditions and political and social repression and death. You know about all those protesters just in the last few weeks. An estimated 30,000 people targeted by their own government. That government now, big pieces of it are gone. We have Fox team coverage.
Small pieces of it are gone. I seen a report the other day that they are, or yesterday actually, that they already, there's other people taking the places. So don't put your fucking your eggs in one basket and think that, you know what I mean? Make fun of me all you want. I know some of you will. I don't care.
Lieutenant Colonel Darren Gobb is coming up in focus. And Trey Yingst is on the ground in Tel Aviv, where air defenses continue to intercept Iranian missiles. Let's begin with Chief National Security Correspondent Jennifer Griffin in Washington. Jennifer.
Harris, as you mentioned, CENTCOM has confirmed that 3 American service members were killed and 5 were seriously wounded in a missile strike. We're told other Americans sustained shrapnel injuries and suffered concussions. These are the first casualties of the war the U.S. and Israel have launched against Iran. CENTCOM would not say which U.S. base the missile strike targeted, while family notifications continue. We also can now report that 4 B-2 bombers flew from their home base of Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri on a round trip to Iran and are now safely home. A senior U.S. defense official told me they dropped dozens of 2,000-pound penetrator bombs on Iranian ballistic missile sites that are hidden underground. The Iranians have mobile missile launchers that can be rolled out of caves and then pushed back into a protective bunker. They may have fewer of those launchers today, however. The Iranian strategy seems to be to...
So they keep saying may, because no one knows. No one knows. No one knows, man. And everybody's want to go on their TikToks and everything. They don't even really want to pay attention to what's going on in the world. I'm ranting right now.
Escalate to de-escalate. The Iranians have fired 135 missiles and 209 drones at UAE, 66 missiles at Qatar, and 45 at Bahrain, along with 9 drones. Hotels and civilian apartment buildings are being hit by Iranian missiles and drones in neighboring Gulf states. Missiles have been fired at a U.S. military base.
So answer me this. So we go and bomb them, right? Israel and the United States bombs them, say we're going to shut them down. But they're attacking Israel. They're bombing everything. We didn't shut them down, did we? I don't know. See, I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm reporting on the latest news. It is what it is, guys.
In Erbil, likely by Shia militias in Iraq, who have long been funded by Iran. A mob tried to storm the U.S. embassy in Baghdad, and Pakistani security forces used batons and live fire to push back an angry crowd threatening the U.S. consulate in Karachi, Pakistan. Both Iraq and Pakistan have large Shia Muslim populations. And British Defense Secretary John Healey said 2 missiles had been fired toward Cyprus, where the British Army has service members stationed. It's the first time Cyprus has ever been targeted by Iranian ballistic missiles, likely fired from Tabriz in western Iran. There are reports that the Iranians have reached out to Oman, saying they are willing to talk. President Trump, as you just mentioned, just told The Atlantic that the Iranians have reached out and want to talk, and he is willing to talk to them. Israel's...
Yeah, you think you gonna believe that? Didn't they say that before?
Defense minister announced that Israel is now using stand-in weapons over Tehran and will now have 24/7 presence in the skies above Tehran. That means that they and the U.S. military have effectively suppressed the air defense systems over Tehran, a huge step forward in terms of being able to track the movements of Iranian leaders and forces. We reported yesterday that the start of the joint operation had to be moved up based on intelligence and this target of opportunity, the meeting at Khamenei's compound. Fox has now confirmed the intelligence for that strike came from the CIA, who passed it to the Israelis. The New York Times was the first to report this. The man to watch is Ali Larijani, the head of Iran's Supreme National Security Council. He has moved into the top position in Iran. He just gave an interview in which he threatened revenge for the killing of the supreme leader, Ali Khamenei. Quote, "The United States and the Zionists have burned the heart of the Iranian people, and we will burn their hearts." Now it seems both sides want to talk. Not clear if that means there will be regime change in the end, if there is a new supreme leader.
Okay, so why would they say that, but then they were willing to talk? Why would they say that, but then be willing to talk?
And Ali Larijani keeps the reins of power. He was one of the main members of the Iranian leadership, Harris, ordering the vicious killing of thousands of Iranian protesters just weeks ago. Harris.
Jennifer, thank you very much for getting us started. The conflict is having major impacts across the Middle East. You'll hear more and more about that during the Faulkner Focus today. Iran has launched waves of missiles and drones into Israel and United States military bases and some civilian areas in the region. And we were told to expect some of that. What is an oddity, though, is that they are hitting Qatar, Kuwait, and the United Arab Emirates hard. Nations with at least relationships with Iran, if not some actual supporters in some cases. U.S. Navy's Fifth Fleet headquarters in Bahrain was hit by an Iranian strike. And President Trump is warning what is left of Iran's leadership to stop this, stop the retaliation. Here's what he posted. Iran just stated that they are going to hit very hard today, harder than they have ever hit before. They better not do that. However, because if they do, we will hit them with a force that has never been seen before! Exclamation point from the commander-in-chief.
So here's the thing. Like Israel, Iran, they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop. You killed the leader, so what? You know, there's other people who take his place. They're going to say they want to talk. They're not going to want to talk. It's going to be a backdoor thing. It's not going to happen. I don't know what's going on with this stuff, you know. Like I said, I'm not an expert on any of this stuff. This is just my opinion. This is not going to stop. It's just going to get worse. I don't think we ever learned anything through the history of anything. But I seen this and I wanted to react to it because this has been going on, like, what, 48 hours now? And the American people didn't even know it was going to happen. Then it did happen. I don't fucking know, you know. Where's the Jeffrey Epstein files? But we're going to do this. Whatever. Don't get me started on that stuff. You know what I mean? Anyway, guys, I don't know. I just wanted to react to this because it's the trend. It's the thing that popped up on the news, and I've been following it for the last couple of days. Let me know in the comments, what are your thoughts on this whole conflict with Iran, with Israel, us and Israel with Iran? What do you think is going to happen? Do you think that we're going to find peace? Do you think that they're going to retaliate and keep going with this? Do you think other countries are going to evolve into it? What do you think? Other than that, guys, I hope you have a good day, and I'm going to see you in the next video, all right? Peace.